Britain's economy is on the brink of disaster, and the people in charge are acting like drunken sailors. That's the stark warning from Reform UK's Sir Yusuf, who didn't hold back in his criticism of Labour's economic policies ahead of the budget. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the UK really facing an economic crisis, or is this just political posturing? Let's dive in. In a fiery interview with GB News, Yusuf launched a blistering attack on Rachel Reeves and Sir Keir Starmer, accusing them of reckless financial management. He painted a picture of a country adrift, with a gaping chasm between Westminster and the real economy. This isn't just about global trends, Yusuf argued, it's about a fundamental problem at the heart of the way this country is run. And this is the part most people miss. Reform UK's leader, Nigel Farage, believes his party can fix it. Speaking to Britons, Farage vowed to create the most pro-business government the UK has ever seen, a promise that has propelled Reform UK to the top of the polls. But can they deliver? Yusuf didn't mince words when discussing the Tories and Labour's track records. They've wrecked the public finances over decades, he said, pointing out that the Tories ran a deficit every single year of their 14-year reign, tripled the national debt, and blew up people's mortgages for good measure. Now, he claims, Rachel Reeves is set to raise taxes at the fastest rate in 55 years, pushing the tax burden to its highest level since World War II. Is this the right approach, or are we heading for a cliff edge? Here's the kicker. Yusuf argues that the warning signs are already flashing. Sovereign debt is soaring, borrowing costs are at multi-decade highs, and multinational companies are pulling investments from the UK. We have drunken sailors still at the tiller, he warned, and the ship is taking on water. Reform UK's solution? Prioritise British citizens over foreign nationals, cut spending, and restore public finances. They've already announced tens of billions in spending cuts, a move they claim will lay the foundation for future tax cuts. But when will those tax cuts come? That depends on the state of the economy at the next general election, Yusuf admitted. We can't commit to a timeframe until we know the lay of the land. This cautious approach might seem sensible, but it's also a departure from the bold promises often made in politics. Is Reform UK being realistic, or are they hedging their bets? Yusuf insists they're being mature and responsible, avoiding the pitfalls of announcing tax cuts without addressing the underlying debt crisis. But will voters see it that way? As the cost of living continues to soar, with rents, mortgages, and energy bills squeezing households, Yusuf warns of a real chance of economic crisis. People already know their cost of living is intolerable, he said. How much more can they take? So, here's the question. Is Reform UK the lifeline Britain needs, or is their critique just another round of political blame shifting? And more importantly, what would you do to steer the UK economy back on course? Let us know in the comments. This is a debate that needs your voice.